generational curse, whatever our Aja, Paraja, Parparaja going back may have done knowingly or unknowingly, we do not know. We inherit these things as well. And if it is that someone has two girl children who are prevented from making these offerings, what is going to happen? How are they going to free? Because whereas it is mentioned about generational curse, the remedy is not given. I want to say today that the remedy for freeing ourselves from this generational curse is by the offering of Tilanjali and this. That we can free our ancestors from whatever entanglements they would have to free themselves, and in so doing, we can free ourselves. So, I said, yes, your children are entitled to do that. Of course, boy children are first preference, grandchildren, grandsons, but children, girl children as well. Coming down, even strangers can offer in our name, and we benefit from that. We did that here today. We say those who we do not know, even if strangers at this moment would be here expecting a little something from this Hawan here, we offer in their name as well. Strangers we do not even know. Far less for our own children, if they are children, if they are girl children. So why should they not be? I do not know if Baba here would have any other opinion on this. I am not guided by the scriptures in this, although it is said that boy children, sons, grandsons, and it goes down, even daughters as well, even the wife if there is no one else. And if there is absolute, it is said even the king, in our case maybe prime minister, he is responsible for everyone here. If there is no one to do it, the prime minister ought to sit down and perform that shroud for someone who has passed away, according to our scriptures. So it must be offered. And if there is only daughters, wives, then she told me, she said, so I can offer for my father and them as well. I said, sure. And while you offer for your father, your daughter can offer for her nana, the same person. So twice they get it. So I'm just making this point because I believe many of us are still of the opinion that our husbands will have to do it, our sons and the girls and the wives, and so are prevented from making these offers. This is not the case. As I said, man, woman, and child, everyone have inherited something from our ancestors, and not only things that we do not even know. I was surprised, I was taken aback when doctors would ask you if glaucoma or anything else. So time is against us. Bala is telling me here, I'm going to stop here. Hajorkar, let's clasp hands, let's close eyes. And let us meditate upon this scripture of ours, which is the word of Bhagwan himself, which we are guided by Bhagavad Gita in Gita Dhyanam again. Om Parthayam Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanu Sandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshanim नमोस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे हुल्लारविंदयेत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वय भारत तैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः भीष्म द्रोण तथा जयद्रथ गंधार्दे नीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेन वह्नि कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामा विकर्ण घोरमकरा दुर्योधन वर्तिने सुतीर्ण खलु पांडवैरनदी कैवर्तक केशव लोके सज्जन शद्रहेरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसेन श्रेयसे सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्ध गोपाल नंदन पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्त दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु पाराश्चर्यवचसरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनं बोधितं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घ्यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमुपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगा ध्यानावस्थितद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की गीता माता की जय।
सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। शरणम प्रभु। Food for thought, my dear devotees, by Babaji Pandit Yogesh. And this clears up a lot of misconceptions in the mind of all of us. Who is qualified to do Pitra offering? We all are qualified. But something went through my mind as he was going through the process of elimination. Baba has said if the son is not there, our grandson could do it, our daughter could do it, our wife could do it. The king or the prime minister could do it. Choose a prime minister who you think could do Ashrada Bhai. If you do have a prime minister to do it, your guru can do it also. Your guru, my dear devotees. So in the process of elimination, and not only not having one to do it, but sometimes the qualified opt out from doing it. You know, you have sons, and they say, well, you know what, I am not going to do anything. I don't want to do anything. So then the process of elimination comes. So it is important, my dear devotees, that you do what you have to do. Baba drew some little references. I also was doing a little reading, Baba. You know what I came up with today? Something I don't like usually discussing is for my own little information and thoughts to my own self. But now that Baba recounted of how genetically you inherit the genes and the chromosomes and all of these things, huh? They ask you questions. Did you inherit any one of these? Do you have any one of these? And they can very clearly, in the mind of the medical personnel, know exactly. You give him a better understanding of what am I dealing with. Is it a first time or is it inheritance coming down? I do a lot of reading of what is called other scriptures as well. You know, my dear devotees, I read other scriptural texts, and I saw something very profound today as I was going through for my own knowledge of other scriptures. It is said, my dear devotees, and I wrote it down here for you, it is said in the New Testament, there's enough evidence now to show that reincarnation is there. It is said in St. John 9 verse 2, the question is put to Jesus by his disciples. And you know what that question is? Which did sin, this man or his parents, that his child is born blind? Who sinned? The guy or his parents? And then, my dear devotees, it goes on, it's a very long thing, but he says, it's neither the man's sin nor his father's sin was the cause of his blindness. His own actions previously has caused this. That alone tells you, my dear devotees, of karma. Karma. I don't like to talk and cross-reference too much, but seeing that Baba was on this topic, I just from my own mind know, my dear devotees, some people do accept, some don't. But across the board, my dear devotees, the world knows today that you are, what did Baba say? Prisoners of your genes. Prisoners of your own genes. So today, my dear devotees, I would like also to dedicate today's reading to Kaka and Kaki, Balrup Kaka. Pandit Balrup, my Aj's younger brother, who served this temple for many years, who also gave as a donation to this temple a sthapan of Krishna and Radha and Gauma. I say blessings to Kaks and Kaki, wherever the soul is at this time, and to all of my family also, my many generations coming down, those that I know would have been my Aja, then my parents, Mama and Papa, and others in the family who have gone to the great beyond, my Kaka, my Dada, my Puas and so, who have gone. And on my mother's side, all the generations that have gone. And all of you in your minds quietly this evening, I may not know many of your generations back too much, but I want you to offer special prayer to them on this, the final evening of this special evening session dedicated to the worship of the ancestors. Tonight you'll observe not being here with us, Dada, that is Bala's and Raj's brother. Dada is not here, his Dulahin is not here, and the children are not here tonight. Bala's Dulahin, who is Leela, her sister's husband passed on in Coromandel, that's going down to Cedrus Way, earlier today, and they have all gone to lend their support. I would like to, at this time though, say, may the soul of Mr. Bernard Sicharan, may he have a... He has gone during the time, but the Yugesh says the golden gates of Yamraj is open. And that is destiny also. It is a pathway that he created himself. He is no longer there, but I am sure, my dear devotees, that Bhagavan Sri Krishna will take him safely. So, we had a couple of bhajans. Cheni, you ask any one of those children on the stage, when you see them in abundance, sitting there, whether it's Mom, whether it's Divya, whether it's Omi, any one of them, where did you learn to sing? They say, my Cheni. So, blessings to you, Cheni. You still have to teach your grandchildren before you resign on we. You're not going to resign yet. I'm very happy. And all on stage, I forget sometime to say thanks to Pritam, Michael, Munesh, my Chela Ganesh, and also Mausa. Anybody else in the back? Nobody else in the back today. So thank you, my dear devotees. This evening, as I pay special tribute to Bernardji, great devotee of God. My Papa did Ramayana. I also been there before. I would like to say to the family, please accept our condolences on behalf of Guru and family, on behalf of also all the devotees of the Malick Mandir. So at this time, Prabhu Sri Ram is going to tell us and to remind us, devotees, how do we handle circumstances that faces us in this life. Sometimes when times like this come, we get so depressed, we get so down, it becomes difficult for us to function very well. And sometimes acting in accordance with the scriptural injunctions becomes difficult because the focus is not there. But Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan, many things are happening also in his own life. Mother Sita is not there. Today he teaches us that when someone or something that is very close to you is gone, how do you handle such a situation? He is looking frantically. He is acting as an ordinary mortal. He is acting, my dear devotees, it's called Nar Leela, like you and I. He is not acting in the capacity of Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Sri Ram. He is bringing it down to that level that when such happens in your life, what should you do? What is expected of you? And today, he looks around, looking around to see where Mother Sita is. He is distraught and he is distressed. His brother Lakshman is right there with him at his side, looking around also. And this shows and reminds us, my dear devotees, you must always be there. Stand at the side of your brother, not only your biological brother, but stand at the side of someone. Let you be a shoulder that the world can lean on. And looking around, Brother Lakshman first saw broken trees and all of these things. And at the same time, when he called his brother Sri Ram, he says, "Brother, I think someone has fought a battle here. Look at all of this broken down trees and bushes and all of these. Please come, let us see." The deep fear is in his heart. I am just hoping and wishing that nothing happens to my Mother Sita. After seeing all of these broken trees, thinking in his mind of a battle that was fought. But when they went further up, they saw a bird lying on the ground, a huge bird. He was a vulture. To you and I, devotees, he was the lowest in the creation of birds. Lowest. We call him, how do you call vulture in Hindi? We call him Gid. Gid means an eagle, a crow, that bird partakes. But it's very significant to note this evening that what is that bird doing? Do you know? He is repeating, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. We are human beings. My last words to you last night, we are the highest in the creation of all beings upon earth. A human being. How many of us in times of pain, how many of us in times of distress in our lives, how many of us in times of parting with his physical body remembers to say, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. That bird is saying Hare Ram. गोस्वामी तुलसी दास जी ने कहा, प्रियवर सज्जनों, पूर्ण काम राम सुख राशि, मनुज चरित्र कर अजय नाशि, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम. All of these lines are for your ancestors. So you must sing Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Mangal Bhavanaya, Mangal Hari, Mangal Bhavanaya, Mangal Hari, Dravahu Sakasharatha Ajira Vihari. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Aage para, गिद्धपति देखा, सुमिरत राम चरण जिन्ह रेखा. श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम, जय Puran Kam Ram Sukh Rashi. So to understand this well, we have to understand these lines, my dear devotees. You see, it is said that Sri Ram Chandra Bhagavan. He is called eternal bliss personified, my dear devotees. Puran Kam Ram Sukh Rashi. If you check on the coming of Maryara Purushottam Prabhu Sri Ram, he was born under the most auspicious planet that you call Abhijit. When you check and see Abhijit Muhurta, my dear devotees, you are going to see that that is that he would have no pain, he would have no suffering, and he'll always be a winner. Abhijit means he'll be a winner. But I want you to know, if Baba tells you that you are born under the planet of Abhijit, or your child is born under the planet of Abhijit, it does not take away from the fact that you also will go through ups and downs in your life. Always know this, that when you come upon this earthly planet, You must go through pleasure and pain, heat and cold, losses and gains, even Jivan or Maran. That's why we are here. We go through birth and death in our lives. Do you remember when Bharat became so uncomfortable? He became agitated that his brother Sri Ram has to go to the forest. We used to sleep together, we ate together, all of these things, we grew up together in the same home. And to even go to the forest, brother? And when that Guru looked at him, realized that Bharat is getting out of control. Guruji went, he says, "Hey Bharat, सुनहु भरत भावी प्रबल बिलखी कहे मुनिनाथ कि हान लाभ जीवन मरण जस अब जस विधिहात." He says, Bharat, my son, you have to face all of these challenges in your life. Even today your brother is leaving. Don't worry. You pray and wish him all the best. And here, my dear devotees, that is that Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan. We are being told that the Puranas, Ved, Shastras speak of Bhagavan as what? Manuja Charitrakar Aja Avinashi. You know what is Aj Avinashi? We call it Sarva Vyapak, Ajar Amar Nitya Pavitra Srishti Ko Karta Hai. He is the all-pervading Lord. That is Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan. But today he is telling you and I that we all have to go through that. And you know what a great singer sang? What did he say? सुख दुख दोनों रहते जिसमें जीवन है वो गाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव बोलो सुख दुख चलते सुख दुख दोनों रहते जिसमें जीवन है वो कभी धूप कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव भले भी दिन आते जगत में पूरे भी दिन आते. You must always ask Bhagavan to give you courage to handle the challenges that faces you in this life. Sometimes you think it's overbearing. My challenges in life is overpowering me, Bhagavan. भले भी दिन आते जगत में पूरे भी दिन आते कड़वे मीठे फल कर्म के यहाँ सभी बातें कभी सीधे कभी उल्टे पलटे अजब समय के पाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव सुख दुख दोनों जिसमें जीवन है वो कभी धूप कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव. Happiness and sorrow are just different cycles that we go through. We get overexcited when good things happen, and we get overly depressed when things go other way. क्या खुशियाँ क्या गम ये सब मिलते बारी बारी ओ क्या खुशियाँ क्या गम ये सब मिलके भारी भारी मालिक के मर्जी पे चलती ये दुनिया सारी ध्यान से कहना जगन जिया मेरे पंडित अपने नाम कभी हो कभी चाह कभी हो कभी चाह सुख दुख दोनों रहते जिसमें जीवन है वो कभी हो कभी चाह कभी हो कभी चाह कभी धूप कभी छाँव कभी धूप कभी छाँव सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. He remembers, my dear devotees, all of these beautiful lines. Sumirat Ram Charanjan Rekha. When they saw that dying bird, they realized that his mind is focused only on Madhyara Purushottam's feet, my dear devotees. On the feet of Bhagavan. And whoever you are in this world, I sang that line for you last night. क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे कि कौन बड़ा है कौन है छोटा कौन बड़ा है कौन है छोटा ऊंचा कौन और नीचा हो ऊंचा. I know all you know this song. प्रेम की जल के सभी को सींचा ये है प्रभु का बगीचा हो. You see, my dear devotees, today we learn something. That whoever you are in this world, thinking of Bhagavan and meditating on his lotus-like feet. I also said to you that the Bhagavad Gita says, wherever the thought is at the time of parting, that is where you go, my dear devotees. But there are certain little injunctions that goes with that, Ganesh. You know what the injunction is? You can't say, I can live any life I want when I'm going to die. I say, Sitaram Bhagavan, Jai Prabhu, and I go to him. No. When it says that if your thought is on Bhagavan, you go into him, the other injunction that goes with that is, whatever life you live, that is where the thought will be when you are dying. Whatever life you choose to live, is there you are going to. And you and I, my dear devotees, have in the palm of our hands to live in whatever yuga you live in. You could live in any yuga you want to live in. You want to live a life of truth? You live in Satyuga. Satyuga ki ek baat batai कि गिरिजा सुत की कथा सुनाई. सतयुग में तुम सत्य कहायो त्रेता में श्री राम. You want to be a Shabrima, you want to be a Kevat, and you know all of the names in Sri Ramji's Katha. That is the life you had to live. You had to live the life of Jatayu to get Bhagavan. Dwapar mein tum Krishna kahayo. You had to focus on Bhagavan Krishna during his time in Dwapar Yuga. Ab mere to giridhar Gopal, mere to giridhar Gopal, कि हे प्रभु दूसरा न कोई, हे दूसरा न कोई, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल, दूसरा न कोई. Every breath that you breathe it in the name of Bhagavan Krishna in Dwapar Yuga, then you get him. You had to live a life like Sudamaji, unattached from this material world, pull away totally. You tell me anybody here tonight away from the Maya and Jamira, this world? Huh? We all connected in this world. And then comes Kali Yuga. You say Kali Yuga is difficult? No. I mentioned it before. I don't know. I mentioned it briefly to you, my dear devotees. That's the easiest yuga. When you open the door and come in here, you don't have to put a chair, you don't have to move a chair, it is there for you. What else you have to do? Air condition, sound system to the top, to the max, we call it Uti. What again? Of God around. That where? You get that in Kali Yuga, right here. Right in this Yuga. You are living Sat Yuga, Treta and Dwapar right here. And for those who don't even know Pitra Paksha is going on, that is Kali Yuga. We call it Dusra Kahani. It's a different story. Huh? But for you, my dear devotees, today it is said here, Jatayu is meditating on Bhagavan's feet, knew and knowing that his last few breaths are there. Very, very beautiful doha. We'll all have to sing together. सरोज सिर पर कृपा सिंधु भगवान निरखि राम छवि धाम विगत भई सब रसिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम नाथ मम संकट हरो हरि प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय. Sri Ram is down, Lakshman is down, Jatayu, my dear devotees, is injured. He is lying on the ground, wingless. He is bleeding profusely, my dear devotees. To you and I, his life is coming to an end. What is the reaction of the Lord? What is the reaction of you and I when our friends are in problems? What is the reaction of you and I when family members need you? Prabhu Sri Ram is saying, so you wipe out then, my dear devotees, from your dictionary, don't ever let Guru hear you saying this line. And I don't sound so serious all the time, you know, but I'm real serious tonight. Guru real serious tonight. You better look after yourself. I have my own jhanjhat on my head. You ever heard that line before, Bala? You look after yourself. I have my own thing to see about. Anytime that thought even runs through your mind, not even saying it, if the thought goes through your mind, you are disqualifying yourself, Pandit Yogesh, from being a human being. A human being should never entertain such a thought. No, we work too hard to get this by. We work too much to get this human birth, to even entertain one negative thought. Don't ever do it, my dear devotees. Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan is saying here, Kara Saroj Sir Parasivu, Kripa Sindhu Bhagavan, the all merciful Lord. He sat on the ground, like Guru is sitting here with the legs folded like this, Padma Asana, and he took up that dying bird. Devotees, he has created all beings in this world. He loves all. He cares for all. Not one up or not one down. He gives the same respect and regard to all of his creations. He now forgets about looking for Mother Sita. He has put it on hold. Can you put your problem on hold and not complicate it by telling someone who already has problems of your own problem? No, my dear devotees, you put it on hold. Janamindra dukha hoi dukhari tinahi bilokata pataka bhari pataka bhari. That is Sri Ramji's katha, you know. Nija dukha giri samaraja kari jana. Nija dukha giri samaraja kari jana. Mitra ka dukha raja meru samana. Meru samana. You know what Bhagavan is saying? He says, my children, exactly what he's doing here, you know. He does it here and he tells you to. He says, you could have how many problems, but if ever you see your friend with a problem, every footstep that you make into helping your friend, you think your problem is high as a mountain, Mount Meru, Sumeru, Himalaya Parvat. I have problems like the Northern Range. Every footstep you take into helping your friend, your problem will diminish and come like the dust upon which you walk. That is called, Prabhu is telling you, that is called the power of sharing, the power of loving. When you speak of bhakti, jnana or vairag, that is translating that, my dear devotees, into your life in a very tangible manner, translating it into your life. He sat on the ground, he lifted up that dying bird, placed him here. Nirakhi Rama cha vidhama mukha vigata bhai sabapir. That's something, devotees. Do you know Jatayu felt as though all his pains went away? Wing is gone, immense pain, and going through all of this. But my dear devotees, the lesson is, whenever you make someone feel that you care, that relieves the pain. You go to see a friend or a relative, I draw little analogies. You go to see a friend or a relative in the hospital, and like my poor, she has always walked with a little limacol. You take a little limacol and you put it on the person's head like this, and touching that person's head. Do you think limacol is any kind of medication for your heart? That person is suffering from his heart, but no medication for the heart, but the thought that somebody cares for me makes that person feels better. And another line, when you go to see somebody who is not well, do ever let Guru hear. You see, I tell you all the things that Guru do like tonight, you know. You go to see a person, you say, "Bah, fine, you're looking good today at all." No, bhai, that is depressing. Today, what is happening here, devotees? Vigata bhai sabapir. Jatayu felt all his pains went away. Do you know that he got back power of speech? I'll tell you something. When he was lying on Bhagwan's feet, like this on his godi, are you feeling jealous? That here is a bird and a volunteer getting the opportunity to die on Bhagwan godi? Bichara, he worked for that, I will tell you as I go along. Because when he opened his eyes, when he is lying down like this, and he felt his pains went away, Bichara opened his eyes. And when he opened his eyes, my dear devotees, he started to cry. You know why? He saw Bhagwan's face. He saw the face of Bhagwan when he opened his eyes. And you know what is going through his mind? Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajumana Haran Bhau Bhaidarunam Nava Kanjalochan Kanja Mukupad Kanjapad Kanuram. He saw the moon-like face of Madhyara Purushottam Prabhu Sri Ram. And this is what he said to Prabhu. Oh Prabhu, your name is what relieves pain and sin and suffering from this entire world. All my pains are gone, Prabhu. Aha Kashtharan Tero Naam, Tero Naam, Ho Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram. Aha Kashtharan, Aha Dukaran Tera Naam, Tera Naam, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram. I had no doubt in my mind, Bhagavan, that you will come. That is called Shraddha. Shraddha is faith. You must have that faith that all of this puja that you are doing for your ancestors is not going in vain. Ghat ghat mein teri aabhas samaayi, ghat ghat mein teri aabhas samaayi, tu hi sabhi ka sacha sahay, tu hi sabhi ka sacha sahay, tu hi hai sari jagat ka rachaiya, haathon mein tere gulam mera. Aha Kashtharan, aha Dukaran Tera Naam, Tera Naam, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram. Whatever adjective some devotees will use to describe you, Bhagavan, is always not sufficient. ऐसे सुनाए महिमा तुम्हारी, ऐसे सुनाए महिमा तुम्हारी, नहीं वालियों में शक्ति हमारी, नहीं वालियों में शक्ति हमारी, सब प्राणियों का तू ही है नाता, सब ही तुम्हारे गुलाम मेरा. आहा Kashtharan, aha Dukaran Tera Naam, Tera Naam, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram. मन में हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, मन में हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, अपने चरण का दीवाना बना दो, तेरा मधुर नाम प्यारे रमैया, जपते रहे फूल नाम मेरा. आहा Kashtharan, aha Dukaran Tera Naam, Tera Naam, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram, Rama Ho Kamal Nainavale Ram. Prabhu Ramachandra ki jai. He glorifies Prabhu. He says, Prabhu, now that I am telling you how much I appreciate that you are here with me, Prabhu. Tabakaha gidha bachan dharidhira. You see these lines, devotees, is exactly what happened to you, and exactly what you should do and what you should say in troubled times. Tabakaha gidha bachan dharidhira. Someone who has come to your rescue, someone who has come to help you along, my dear devotees. You must muster that courageous feeling and tell them how much you appreciate them coming. Sunahu Rama Bhanjana Bhavabhira, Bhanjana Bhavabhira, Sunahu Ram. Listen to me, Prabhu. And he chooses this opportune time at his dying moments to remind you of who the Lord is. Sunahu Ram Bhanjana Bhavabhira. He says, you Bhagavan, who takes man across the ocean of births and deaths, transmigration, I have a little message for you, Prabhu. As you see this condition you see me in today, Ravan did this to me. Is it something new to the heirs of Bhagavan? No. But he goes through the Narad Leela. To the southern side he went. Dai Dakshina Disi Gaya Hu Gosai Lay Dakshin. Do you know the 4 cardinal points? You learn it when you now start here, the school learning Baba as teacher Ratna. Purab, Pachim, Uttar, Dakhin. Say Purab is east, Pachim, west, Uttar, north, Dakhin is south. To the southern side. I have my own little translation for this, you know. Whenever in this life you make a move towards the south, Sitaram, you know, bhai, you start your Shraddh one time. You want to make a start towards the southern side? No, go east or north. You go east to Surya Dev Bhagavan, or you go north to Dhruv Tara. You going to south? No, south wouldn't work, bhai. When Pandit Yogesh come by your house to do a Shraddh, he tell you, you sit there, I am going to sit here. That is where your pitris are. Auspiciousness? Yeah. So here, my dear devotees, he says she was weeping as an offspring. I have many things to tell you, my dear devotees. How much can I say tonight? You know what he's going into detail to tell Bhagavan today? He says, you see, Mother Sita, when he took her away towards the southern side, she was crying and weeping. But he said, Prabhu, I want to confess to you, I tried my best, Prabhu. I tried my best, Bhagavan. This is what I want you to say to Bhagavan. But when you have heaviness in your mind, when we have, my dear devotees, that knowledge, knowing that we have not done our best, then you say what? He Pavan Parameshwar Meri Man hi man Sharmao Maili Chadar Odh ke kaise. Oh Bhagavan, give me one extra day to make up for my deficiencies. But no, devotees. I want you to, in a very profound manner, to do what you have to do and do it well. He said, Bhagavan, I tried my best, but you see the sword of Ravan and my little claw, it was nothing. He cut my wing off. I couldn't, my dear. Prabhu, this is my condition today. My dear devotees, did the thought ever go through your mind? If Jatayu knew the sword of Ravan was bigger than his claw, why did he go into battle with Sri Ram, or with Ravan? Why did he go into battle with him? He is seeing a long sword, he has 2 little claws, his reach is only here. Why would he go into battle? Because when you are fighting for righteousness, never mind if this life goes, but let it go, fighting for what you believe in. Pandit Yogesh said to you last night, Rishi Rin. You remember that word? Rishi santan hone ko jo dawa man mein rakhte ho bhale praan tak jaave kaho ek baar hai mitro. A coward dies many times before his death, but a hero will only die once. I want you to die once in your life. Do not be, according to Goswami Tulsidas Ji, a moving corpse. No, don't give up. Do what you have to do well. Today, my dear devotees, he said, Darasalagi Prabhu rakhehu prana Chalana chahat ab kripa nidhana, kripa nidhana. He says, Prabhu, I am dying. I only want to say this to you, and I am parting with this mortal coil. Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan starts to smile. Ram kaha tanu rakhe hutata mukha musukai kahite hi bata, kahite hi bata. You know, in the mind of Jatayu, I give my life for Bhagavan. Today I am dying, I see a smile on his face. Bhagavan looks at him. He says, Jatayu, I know what is in your mind, you know. You are wondering why I smiled today when you said that you are going to die. He says, Jatayu, you cannot tell me you are dying. I am the one who decides when you come and when you go. I am the one who decides when you come and when you go. How could you tell me you're dying? I make that decision by. But you, Jatayu, meaning you, O man, has to decide where you want to go. He decides when and we decide where. That's the essence of this reading that we are doing. We in our own hands. Destiny lies in the hands of each and every one. Chart our journey, chart it well. We have to travel that path one day, my dear devotees. If you make weak bridges, just maybe it will collapse. Do not burn bridges in your life. Do not break bridges in your life. When I say burn and break bridges, I mean relationships also. Do not break relationships, because a day comes, devotees, you have to walk upon that same bridge. So today he's saying, Jakar nama maratha mukha ava, Jakar nama. You know what he said to Bhagavan? Your name, Bhagavan, is that which man takes and crosses the ocean of birds and nets. Jakar nam maratha mukha ava, adhamahu mukti ho hi sruti gava, ho hi sruti gava. But he says, today, Bhagavan, you know why I tell you about dying? I know what you are saying, you know. A neglected opportunity, my Papa said, a pastime, a spoken word, and a sped arrow will never come back to you. He said, Bhagavan, look where I reach on your lap. All I am begging of you, Bhagavan, don't allow this opportunity to go by. If you take me and put me down and my life goes, I don't know what happened. But you see, right here where I am today, I want you to relieve me and take me to your lok, Bhagavan. Prabhu smiled. As I close, I will tell you, devotees. He says, are you asking me for salvation, Jatayu? Are you asking me for salvation? He said, the news is, I give salvation to nobody in this world. Can you imagine Bhagavan saying that? He says, I give salvation to no man in this world. You, O Jatayu, you, O man, you, O devotees, all who are here tonight, have to give yourself salvation. Bhagavan don't give you that. You have to give yourself that. How do you give yourself that? By doing exactly what you're doing. Doing Pitra Puja, which is one of the most powerful prayers you can do. Coming to Mandir, serving Guru, loving your Brahmins, and all of these things. He says, Vipradhenu Sura Santahit Leen Hamanuja Avatar. Protect your Brahmins, protect the cows. Sura Santahit, not only the duty of Bhagavan, but it's your duty also to protect your devotees. That's why you have come, not only Bhagavan. We have come for a reason. You have an inclination to do all of this that you are doing. Pursue that course well, my dear devotees. Go along that same pathway. Parahita basa jinhake manamahi tinakah jagadura labhaka chunahi bhakati, in whose mind good dwells. O Jatayu, nothing is impossible to achieve. And as you are closing your eyes now, Jatayu, I want to tell you something. That place and position that you are asking me for, by your own actions, you got it. You got it, Jatayu, by your own actions. The eyes of Jatayu closed, and from the heavens, Mujhe apni sharan mein le lo Ram, le lo Ram. Mujhe apni sharan mein le lo Ram, mujhe apni sharan mein le lo Ram, mujhe apni sharan mein le lo Ram. Lochan man mein जगे न हो तो, लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, युगल चरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। जीवन देखे जान बिठाया, रच के माया नाचन छाया, नाचन छाया। जीवन देखे जान बिठाया, रच के माया नाचन छाया, नाचन छाया। चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, जब चिंतन ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। तुमने लाखों पापी तारे, मेरे मारी बाजी हारे, बाजी हारे। तुमने लाखों पापी तारे, मेरे बाजी बाजी हारे, बाजी हारे। मेरे पास न पुण्य की पूंजी, मेरे पास न पुण्य की पूंजी, पद पूजन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। राम हे राम, राम हे राम, राम हे राम, राम हे राम। धर धर भटको, धर धर भटको, कहाँ कहाँ अपना सिर पटको। इस जीवन में मिलो न तुमको राम हे राम, इस जीवन में मिलो न तुम मुझे मन में मिलो राम
मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम
वो मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम
ले लो राम मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम।
प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। I will ask Mausa to sing bhajan also. Bala, you want to make the announcement first? Okay. So we have the Gita Puja that we normally perform every year. Maybe let Bala talk to you for 1 minute and then Mausa will sing while you all are doing your Gita Dan Puja.
Sitaram devotees, Guruji, Pandit Yogesh. At this time, we, as you know, every year, we will offer our Gita. Those of you who want to make your offering, you will come by the table. The Gita will be there. You'll make your offering. Do your arati. You can do your aratis to the Murtis, to Guruji. And when we finish, we will bring the offerings and offer it to the Brahman on behalf of all the ancestors, your ancestors and my ancestors who have gone to the great beyond. And as we see again, on behalf of all those souls that helped this mandir in some way or the other. As I said in the first night, I don't think none of us here knows everyone who helped this temple, because this started way beyond our time, but it is our duty to pray to Sri Krishna Bhagwan, to ask for blessings for those souls, for the goodness that they have left for us to continue here. So at this time now, we'll ask Kishore and Raj to go by the Gita, and we'll, while they're singing some bhajans, we'll do our offerings. Again, you know, while we're doing this, this time I saw my little brother Dada. He would have been there with us. To Sandra and her family in Karamandal, our prayers are with you and your family and with your father. Now let's call him Pa, but Ganesh Pardesi, a very humble person. Our prayers are with you. Be strong at this time, and everything will go good with you.
इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। श्री गंगा जी का तट हो, वो जमुना जी का तट हो, श्री गंगा जी का तट हो, वो जमुना जी तट हो, मेरी श्यामला निकट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। श्री वृंदावन का ढल हो, मेरे लोक में तुलसी दल हो, श्री वृंदावन का ढल हो, मेरे लोक में तुलसी दल हो, कृष्ण चरण गजल हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम तेरी आँच ना शरण हो। जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। सिर सोहता मुकुट हो, मुखरे पर कालटक हो। सिर सोहता मुकुट हो, मुखरे पर कालटक हो। या ध्यान मेरी घट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। उस जल दिया ना, हमको ना भूल जाना। उस ओगता जल दिया ना, हमको ना भूल जाना। नुपुर की धूल सुनाना, जब प्राण तन से निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। जब प्राण कंठ आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। जब प्राण कंठ आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। यम त्रास ना दिखावे, जब प्राण कंठ निकले, बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम, 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 बोलो श्री राम राम जय जय राम। जिसका साथी है भगवान, उसको क्या रोकेगा आंधी और तूफान। ओ जिसका साथी है भगवान, उसको क्या रोकेगा आंधी और तूफान। गगन दूर हो जाए ज़मीं, चाहे सागर में धस जाए। गगन दूर हो जाए ज़मीं, चाहे सागर में धस जाए। तूफानों के गोद में चाहे सारा जग खो जाए, पावन रुक ना पावे। ओ जिसका साथी है भगवान, उसको क्या रोकेगा आंधी और तूफान। जिसके शीश पे हाथ हजारों तू न कोई पाएगा। जिसके शीश पे हाथ हजारों तू न कोई पाएगा। हरि नाम से ये पर्वत भी इनका बन जाएगा। धूल में मिल जाएगा। जिसका साथी है भगवान उसको क्या रोकेगा आंधी और तूफान। जिसका साथी है भगवान, जिसका साथी है भगवान, जिसका साथी है भगवान। हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भवसागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भवसागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो। गहरी सागर नाव पुरानी बीच भंवर में आपदा। सुनो प्रभु आरज जनवानी कि मन माह के आजरा। नैया में हमरे वारे प्रभु पार करो, हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भवसागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो। रूप बड़ा कोई लेके तुमने पृथ्वी कोई उधार किया। धर्म सनातन रक्षा हेतु कई बार अवतार लिया। कलियुग में बहुसा बहुसा तुमरे काहे देर करो। हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भवसागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो। गिरा जा मिलने का शबरी नाखन तार लिया। अम्बरीश नरसी तुलसी के दर्शन दे श्रृंगार किया। अभी बारी है हमरे, काहे देर करो, हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भव सागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो प्रभु, पार करो भव सागर मेरी नैया। हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। अब तक तू निभाया है, आगे भी निभा लेना। भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। अब तक तू निभाया है, आगे भी लेना। संभल में जंगल भूल जाऊं जिस संभल में जंगल में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं। करनाथ कभी तुम भी मुझको न भुला देना। भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। अब तक तू निभाया है, आगे भी ना लेना। बल बल के साथ माया गिरी मुझको आकर गोपाला। बल बल के साथ माया गिरी मुझको आकर, तब देख ही रहना, कभी आके चुरा देना। भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। अब तक तू निभाया है, आगे भी ना लेना। प्रभु जी तुम्हें इश्क में उपासक तुम्हें पूजय पुजारी यदि सचिव तू स्वामी सच करता दिखा देना भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना अब तक तुम्हें भाया है आगे भी निहा लेना आगे भी निहा लेना आगे भी निहा लेना
हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा बचपन में होश न आया है जो बन में पाया है बचपन में होश न आया है जो बन में पाप कमाया है अब जाओ कहाँ विष्णु ने मुझको मारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा दिल मेरा तो यह कहता है तू मन मंदिर में रहता है दिल मेरा तो यह कहता है तू मन मंदिर में रहता है दिन रात भटक रहा मेरे घर है हमारा दुनिया में सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा पापों से भगवन हमें बचा विदों का सच्चा भक्त बना पापों से भगवन हमें बचा विदों का सच्चा भक्त बना पाखंड झूठ से सब ही करे किनारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा मझदार में है तेरा मेरा, कृपा कर असरा है तेरा। मझदार में है तेरा मेरा, कृपा कर असरा है तेरा। नंदलाल पाप में पीता जीवन सारा, दुनिया में सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान, हमें दो ज्ञान, तू ईश्वर प्यारा, दुनिया में सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान, हमें दो ज्ञान, तू ईश्वर प्यारा, दुनिया में सहारा, दुनिया में सहारा, दुनिया में सहारा।
हरिओम। बड़ी देर भये, बड़ी देर भये, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम। चलते चलते मेरे पगहारे, आए जीवन की शाम, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम। बड़ी देर भये, बड़ी देर भये। कहीं तुमको दया के सागर, कहीं तुमको दया के सागर, फिर क्यों खाली मेरी गागर। कहीं तुमको दया के सागर, फिर क्यों खाली मेरी गागर। झुम झुके कभी न बरसे, कैसे है तुम घनश्याम, कैसे है तुम घनश्याम। हे राम, हे राम। बड़ी देर भये, बड़ी देर भये, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम। चलते चलते मेरे पगहारे, आए जीवन की शाम, कब लूंगे खबर मोरे राम। बड़ी देर भये, बड़ी देर भये। सुख जो बहरे बन जाओगी, आपकी चलिया कहलाओगी। सुख जो बहरे बन जाओगी, आपकी चलिया कहलाओगे। मेरे बात बनेगा बने, तुम बरना। हे राम, हे राम। बड़ी देर भई भये बड़ी देर भये कब लोगे खबर मोरे राम कब लोगे खबर मोरे राम चलते चलते मेरे पग हारे आए जीवन की शाम कब लोगे खबर मोरे राम बड़ी देर भये बड़ी देर भये बड़ी देर भये बड़ी देर भये
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर ले विष को भी अमृत कर ले तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर ले विष को भी अमृत कर ले पूर्ण कर ले सबकी आशा Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dur de Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai 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 Krishna Hare.
And as we continue with our offering, again, I would like to say thank you very much to each and every one of you who have helped us to ensure that this 3-night satsang on behalf of the ancestors was a success. Special thanks to Nita, Dave, and their family for sponsoring tonight's Parasad. Yesterday was Ranji and his Dullahin. And all those who help in whatsoever way. I would like to say special thanks to two young ladies. I'm not going to thank Jenny for cooking. She, like myself, like Kishore, we become the old bunch now, but the young ones who is taking up the mantle and helping us so much, Nisha and Hema. That's my two chutki. God bless you. Continue doing what you are doing. At this time, I'd like to specially call out Arun. I know Arun is in Coromandel, but Arun, we have your chair right here, still empty, waiting for you. Before I hand over to Guru and we do our final offering, I'd like to call a very, very dedicated person to this village and to this mandir to say a few words to us, none other than Mr. Saran Mangal Gobin. Please come. You have to say 2 words today.
Okay, Sitaram, very pleasant evening, each and every one of you. Actually, Bala has really put me on the spot because I was just talking to Bala and he didn't mention about saying anything tonight. But nevertheless, I feel compelled, you know, although I am not prepared, but I feel compelled to say a few words tonight because Bala is really not the modest and the humble kind of, well, the person who would want to praise himself and his immediate surroundings for the contribution that they would have made to this temple and to this village. But I think I am in a better position to do that. I consider myself to be a participant or participatory observer. I am not directly connected to the temple in the sense that I'm not living along here. Yes, I would have participated in the temple, but I think I am in a better position than Bala to blow some of the trumpet that need to be blown in this temple. This temple, at one time, it was a kutia, and Bala just reminded me that it started without a kutia. It started under some trees. I think he said 5 mango trees. That would have been decades ago. Thereafter, it continued as a kutia, a thatched building, right? Mud and dirt. Several years ago. Then the foundation stone was laid. And today, we are fortunate to be in an environment that is first world, second to none. And it is through the hard work of the people of this area especially. Bala would not have called names, but I am going to call names. Okay? People who would have dedicated their life not only to this temple, but to shape the environment and the culture that we are today enjoying. The Ramadan family, the Devusaran, Ram Bharat, Ram, Rampasad, Bisesar, Ramlal, some of them, in addition to some of the many pundits who would have contributed. Today we have a generation, a pundit who belongs to a generation of tradition, very rich in terms of our dharma. Pandit Haridat, Pandit Krishna, Pandit Satyanarayan Pandey, Pandit Prasad, Pandit Sharma, Pandit Tiradhari, Pandit Sahadev. Those are the people, and many, many more, I cannot call all, who would have helped to shape the lives of this community and the wider society. If you look around in the world and you listen to the news, you will see what is going on all over the world. If it's not earthquake, it's hurricane. We live right in the neighborhood. It is not by guess that we are enjoying the quality of life that we are enjoying here today. It is because of our devotion, our commitment. Hinduism is based on 4 pillars: Satyam, Saucham, Daya, and Dan. Truth, compassion, cleanliness, and charity. We are obligated, we are committed, and we must show our appreciation through compassion to pay our gratitude and our respects to our ancestors for taking us to where we are tonight. I don't want to elaborate anymore. I think I have overstepped my 2 minutes. Thank you very much, and may God bless each and every one of you. Sitaram. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Govind. At this time now, I'll call Kishore and Raj, and we do the sun clap on behalf of everyone.
Om Tat Sat. Good night. Oh.
Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. Please all stand. Put your hands together and bow your heads. As you know, at this time, with my closing prayer, a major hurricane is hitting Florida at this time, well, coming to tomorrow. And my children are there in the pathway. Vinu and Anjani, their children, their grand and everyone is there also. We just wish and hope that everything goes well. May Bhagwan Hanumanji, Pawan Dev. He asked of him to bless them and to bless all the citizens of Florida. It's millions and millions will be affected. Some has chosen to go up north, driving 4, 5, and 6 hours only to realize that the storm is going that way also. So driving 5 hours up north, Florida to Ocala, or you're going to Tampa, to Jacksonville, all of those places are way up north. It still doesn't mean that you have gotten away from that cycle. So we pray and hope that everything goes well. Om Maturata Varadhamam Swarana Shailabadeham Dhanujavan Krishanam Gyani Nama Graganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Varunana Madhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinan Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Guru Satya Sanatana Dharma Ki Jai Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai Guru Maharaj Ki Jai Om. Be reminded, receive your prasad and arati and so. And finally, meals have been prepared once more for each and every one. Please have a little meal before leaving. And also be reminded on the 28th of this month, which is Durga Ashtami, Puja in Kumoto. Write it down, Anjali. 28th, Puja in Kumoto. Thank you and God's blessings. Om.